Hi everyone, it's Kristen from Westchester Land Trust.
And I'm Lillian Moser, the Children's Librarian from Lewisboro Library.
And we are here at Pine Croft Meadow Preserve in Wacabuck, New York. And we're here to talk about, or actually go on a story walk, and talk about a very interesting animal. Let's go find out what we're reading.
We're going to be reading The Very Lonely Firefly. I love this book so much about a very lonely firefly. Let's read our first page, shall we? As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that sun. It's gorgeous.
Fireflies are insects, which means they have 3 body parts: a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. They also have 6 legs and antenna, and sometimes insects also have wings, like a lot of fireflies. They also go through metamorphosis, so they don't just emerge out of their egg as an adult firefly. They actually go from egg to larva and change into a pupa stage, or if you're a butterfly fan, they call it a chrysalis stage, into an adult. So fireflies actually spend most of their time in the larva stage, about 2 years, just living in the leaf litter and on the soil, and they only are adults for a very short amount of time, which is only about a month. And during that time, most fireflies don't eat at all, though some have been seen to feed off nectar from plants.
It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light, searching for other fireflies. Where are they?
So why do fireflies light up? Well, that's a great question. So there's tons of different firefly species, about 2,000 around the world. And the ones that light up at night are actually lighting up in very specific patterns so they can find their own kind. So at nighttime, fireflies are actually using an organ in their abdomen of their body, and that organ emits light. So they have a chemical reaction happening in it, and they're trying to find their firefly friends.
Fireflies saw the light, heard it. It was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up at night and saying, "Hear that noise?" The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night, and the woman saying, "What's going on?" The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight shining in the night. "Quiet out there." The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a lantern glowing in the night, and the little boy is saying, "What is it?" And the little girl is saying, "Hey, stop fighting." I wonder what it is.
There's lots we can do to help fireflies. To keep their population thriving, we can do simple things like reducing the light pollution around our house. And when I say pollution, it doesn't mean that it's smogging things up or making bad quality air. What it's doing is adding light into places at night that are usually very, very dark. So darkness, we already learned, is really important to a lot of our firefly friends. So what we can do to help them out is reduce the dimness in the bulbs that we're putting on the outside of our houses, or getting motion sensor lights that turn on and off depending on the motion that's going on around them.
The fireflies saw several lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. There was a dog, grrr, bow wow wow, and what else? We're gonna find out. A cat. Look how scary this cat is. He's terrifying. Meow, hiss. What other animals is the firefly gonna encounter? I wonder. Come on, let's go find out. An owl. Oh my goodness. Their eyes reflecting in the light. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's my owl. Wonder what's gonna happen next, you guys.
Fireflies do actually have predators, but most of their predators, actually all of their predators, are other insects and arachnids, like larger spiders and other carnivorous insects, and actually some other fireflies will eat each other. So it can be a rough world for luckily, they have some protection from a lot of bigger predatory animals like possums and larger mammals and even reptiles. They stay away from fireflies because they are toxic, and that's why they actually glow, or at least that's what scientists think. They are actually warning predators, hey, don't eat me, and then being really loud and clear about it. So fireflies, toxic, not good to eat.
The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlight flooding the night. Look, wow, it's beautiful. Everybody's driving towards something. I don't know what they're driving towards, but apparently it's very beautiful. I think we're gonna find out what it is soon. All right, let's go. Firefly saw many lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. They were fireworks. Look at these beautiful fireworks, sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night.
Did you know that fireflies aren't just active at night? They're active at all times of the day. So there's fireflies that are up with us during the daytime when the sun is up. There's fireflies that are really active at dusk, like right now when the sun is going down. And there's even fireflies that are really active in the dead of night. So fireflies, you can see them at all times of the day.
When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. I wonder what it is, you guys. Oh my goodness, we're gonna find out momentarily.
So one of the reasons we're here at Pine Croft Meadow today is because Pine Croft Meadow is an excellent habitat for fireflies. They really like open areas like this, but they also can be found in forests and wetland areas. They especially like 4 very important things to keep them happy and healthy. They need a water source or moisture around, like a stream or a river, to make them happy. They need food, especially when they're larvae. Things like slugs and snails are something they love to munch on. So they're actually really good insects to have in your garden because they're eating those things that we consider pests. They need shelter, which is why this meadow is so great, because it's full of tons and tons of native flowers and native grasses, which can offer them places to rest in during the day. And they also take refuge in tree bark. Like the winter firefly, it'll actually nestle inside tree bark ridges in order to sort of sleep and stay comfy during the winter time. They also need darkness. Most fireflies are, a lot of fireflies, not most, but a lot of fireflies need dark. So the more we can do to keep our porch lights off at night, the better.
What did the lonely fireflies see? A group of fireflies flashing their lights. And now the firefly wasn't lonely anymore. And if you look at my book, look at that. It flashes. My book flashes, you guys. How cool is that? Look at all those fireflies. Oh, lonely firefly? Not lonely anymore. Found its group.
There's also tons we can help our scientists with because they're still learning about fireflies. So there's lots of projects out there right now where scientists are helping us, or telling us to go outside and count fireflies.
Thanks so much for joining us, you guys, and we'll see you on the next Story Walk.
Thank you. See you next time. Bye.